Summer vacation, so much promise, right? But sometimes it just kind of fizzles out. What if I told you there's a secret blueprint, a set of missions that could turn these next couple of months into your most epic summer ever? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's dive into this awesome framework from Thinking Funnel and unlock your best summer yet.
So, let's break it down. You've got about 60 days of summer. 60! That's a ton of time with no homework, no alarms, just freedom. But, that freedom can be a little daunting. The real question is, how do you make those days count? How do you fill them with so much adventure and creativity that you basically feel like a superhero by the end of it?
Okay, first things first. We got to talk about a huge mindset shift. It all comes down to this one powerful idea. You know that feeling when you're just sitting there and the thought, "I'm bored," hits you? Well, next time that happens, I want you to stop and think about it differently. Because get this, being bored isn't something that just happens to you. It's a choice, and even better, it's a signal.
And that signal is exactly what our first section is all about. We're calling it the Boredom Buster Blueprint. This is where we get practical with a real hands-on plan to turn "I'm bored" into "let's do this." So here's the secret. That bored feeling, it's not a bad thing. It's actually your brain raising its hand saying, "Hey, I'm ready for a mission." It's practically begging for a challenge, a quest. So your job? It's to have one locked and loaded.
And how do you do that? Super simple. It's called the Summer Bucket List Jar. You just brainstorm like 30 small, fun adventures. I'm talking tiny things like build the most epic blanket fort ever, or invent a totally new sandwich. Maybe even go on a hunt for 5 different kinds of bugs. Write each idea on a little piece of paper, fold it up, and pop it in a jar. Then, the second you start to feel bored, you just reach in and pull out your mission. Bam! Instant adventure. You're not just killing time anymore. You're officially the CEO of fun. Okay, here's a pro tip to really level this up. To make it unforgettable, you gotta throw in some curveballs. Be brave. Add a couple of really weird challenges into that jar. Something like try to talk only in rhymes for a whole hour. Look, the point isn't to be good at it. It's about embracing the silliness. Summer is the absolute best time to get a little weird.
All right, so once you've got your Boredom Buster ready, we can move into our next set of missions. These are all about making cool stuff and getting out there. It's time for creating and exploring.
A huge piece of this whole mission idea is remembering that you are a creator. Seriously, this is your chance to just make stuff for fun. No grades, no pressure. You could design your own comic book hero, draw yourself with an awesome superpower. Or, hey, grab your phone and some toys and direct your very own stop-motion movie. You could even become a slime scientist and whip up some galaxy goo. The point is, you end the summer with something you actually made, not just a bunch of memories.
And look, making stuff inside is awesome, but let's be real. The world outside has way better graphics than any video game. It's time to unlock some outdoor powers. You could be a nature detective, going on a scavenger hunt not for items, but for feelings, like things that are smooth or bumpy or smell kind of weird. Or maybe you're a plant ninja, and your mission is to grow something from a single seed. And when it gets dark, you become a star commander, using an app to find and name the constellations right over your head. How cool is that?
Okay, so we've got boredom covered, we've got creativity covered, but what about, learning? I know, it's summer, but this next section is all about reframing that idea into something you'll actually want to do. We're talking about gaining fun skills and superpowers. And this chart just shows the difference so perfectly. On one side, you've got school learning, right? Textbooks, tests, homework, all that stuff. But on the other side, we've got summer brain gains. So instead of a textbook, you're just reading for fun, comics, fantasy, whatever you want. Instead of worrying about grades, you master a magic trick. And instead of homework, you learn how to cook one awesome meal from start to finish. It's all the skill building with none of the pressure. And I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. Your brain really is like a muscle. If you don't use it all summer, it gets a little soft. So summer is basically gym time for your brain, but way better. It's gym time with popsicles. All right, our last category of missions is a little different. It's not just about you. It's about connecting with others. We're calling these the team-up quests. You could do something amazing like a grandparent interview. Grab a phone and record their stories about growing up. Or become a pet trainer and finally teach your dog that new trick. And this one might be my favorite, become a kindness ninja. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to do one secret good deed for someone every single day.
So when you put all this together, the jar, the creative projects, the brain gains, the team-ups, it's not just a list of things to do. It all builds into something much bigger. It creates the mission mindset.
And hey, for any parents or guardians listening, this right here is probably the biggest takeaway of the whole explainer. The secret to avoiding screen zombies this summer isn't about setting more restrictions or taking things away. It's about giving them something better to do. It's about having missions ready that are genuinely more exciting and engaging than a screen.
Okay, so what's next? Well, now it's your turn. Here is your final mission, from me to you. Just pick 3. 3 things from everything we just talked about that sounded cool to you. Write them down, stick that paper on your fridge, on your wall, somewhere you'll see it every day.
Because this summer, you're not just on vacation. You're a creator. You're an adventurer. You're a scientist. You're a kindness ninja. You can be all of those things. So the only question left is, which mission are you going to start today?